What's up, you guys? How's it going? It's me, Claire, with my Talk TV again, of course. And I'm here to do a Bad Girls Club review. This is episode 10 of season 7. They're in New Orleans, of course. You know what? Before I say anything about this episode, Staci, I do not like you in this episode. I'm not going to say I don't like you overall because I've liked you for most of the season. But for this episode, I really did not like how you were acting. I just think that you were being very shady, very fake, and you're just acting very, very immature. So I didn't like Stassi. So that's the first thing I need to get off my chest. But anyway, um, okay, so this was a pretty boring episode. There's a couple of key points that was maybe kind of interesting in the episode, but for the most part, it was pretty boring. So yeah, I'm gonna try to talk about the things that were semi-interesting. Okay, so it starts off with Stassi preparing Tiara's birthday extravaganza, and even though they ordered all this crawfish and they chilled out in the backyard, um, even though that was kind of boring to me, I'm still going to talk about it because I really respect Tiara. I like Tiara. She is my favorite girl from this season, hands down. What I love about Tiara is she's just very reserved. She kind of keeps to herself, but her presence is still very much known. She doesn't do much talking. She doesn't do a lot of shit talking either. She's just kind of there doing her own thing, and she earns a lot of respect for that, and she does respect other people as well. So I really like Tiara. She just has played it very low key in this episode. I mean, in this season, you don't see her just kind of wilding out doing dumb things. You know what I'm saying? Even the fight that she had with Angie, I feel like it was justifiable. Angie ran up, so Angie needed to get stopped down. So just kind of it's just kind of what it was. But anyway, so Stassi planned that, and they had the little crawfish in the backyard boring. And then so all of a sudden, Stassi and Shelly are hanging out. Stassi said, I think in a previous episode, it's because she wants to keep her enemies close. But to me, I don't really know what Stassi's motive is. Maybe Stassi's motive with chilling with Shelly is to get Tasha out of the house, but at the same time, I think it's just because Stassi wants somebody else to talk to. I think Stassi wants to make friends with Shelly so that she can have somebody else to talk to. Because to be quite honest, I don't think that Stassi wants to be friends with Judi anymore whatsoever. But I don't even honestly squash that. I don't even think that Stassi was ever friends with Judi from the get go. Because when you're friends with someone, you're not afraid to keep it real with them. You're not afraid to let them know, look, you're getting on my nerves. You're drinking every single night. You're getting on my last nerves, and I'm about had it with you. I'm gonna quit messing with you. I'm gonna quit dealing with you. Like, you will let somebody know that, and if they keep on, look, I'm not talking to you right now, and I got an attitude toward you because I'm not feeling you, and I don't want to have a friendship with you because you're out of control. And when you get in a fight, I have to be in a fight, and I don't want to deal with that. Like, as a real person, as a person who was originally Judy's friend, Stassi would have said that. Stassi would have went ahead and kept it real with Judi. But see, Stassi ain't keeping it real with Judi. Instead, Stassi's just being an asshole to Judi. She's just bossing Judi around, talking shit about Judi behind Judi's back. She's just not being a friend toward Judi at all. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think that Stassi was ever a friend to Judi. Because when you're a friend to someone, you respect them enough to respect their thoughts and their feelings. And Judi was trying to tell Stassi, look, I'm coming to you as a friend. What's the problem? And that reminds me, let me just wind it on down. And this video may not be in order, but it is what it is. Stassi got upset with Judi for about that cake. Stassi was first upset by the fact that Judi presented the cake to Tiara before they went to the club, which to me, that's fine. So what? She is the person who purchased the cake. I mean, she wanted to show Tiara, look, Tiara, this is what I did for you for your birthday. I mean, if she would have waited for it to get to the club, then what would happen is the waitress would have brought the cake out, and Tiara would have been like, oh, thanks. And Tiara would have assumed it was from everybody. And then afterwards, Judi would have been trying to run up to Tiara and say, oh, it was me who bought the cake. And so, that's just stupid. Nobody wants to do that in the club. Nobody wants to try to say, it was me who bought the cake. Like, why? When the cake gets there, just let Tiara know, hey, Tiara, I got you a cake. You know what I'm saying? And, Tiara was happy about it. And for Staci to be like, oh, I can't believe she did that. First of all, it was her present to Tiara. She could have told Tiara then at the house or at the club, but whatever it was Judi's choice to make because Judi purchased the cake. So why are you tripping over some gift that is not even yours? That is not even being given by you. That's Judi's gift to Tiara. So allow Judi to give her the gift how and when she wants to. You don't run. I think that's one issue with Staci is she feels like she runs Judi. She bosses Judi around. They were in the hair salon. She tells Judi, you can't pour your own drinks this weekend. I'm not playing. And to me, it's just kind of like, Judi's a grown woman. Where do you get off talking to her like that? And honestly, I think the reason she talked to her like that is because ever since the beginning, Staci came at Judi on some, oh, you below me type of mentality. Oh, you're your child. You're below me. I'm like motherly to you. I'm teaching you. I'm in charge of you type of mentality that Staci came at Judi with. It wasn't a friendly, you're my friends, let me give you, mutual respect. It was always just kind of like, I treat Judi however I want. Judi gonna always kiss my butt. You understand? And so I think ever since lately, Judi, she's been really standing up for herself. She's been looking Staci in the eye, asking Staci, why? Why, Staci, are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Give me some answers because I really want to know, are we or aren't we friends? And Judi's been asking those questions, and Judi's just been, really paying attention to Staci lately. And Staci notices that. And so Staci's just kind of, her real colors are showing. The fact that she was never really trying to be friends, genuine friends with Judi, those colors are showing now. But I've always heard, and my mom even always said, what goes on in the dark will show up in the light. So eventually it was going to come out anyway. Staci, you could have been playing fake at the beginning, and Judi could have been falling for it, but your true colors will shine through eventually. Period, point blank. And it's just what it is. Yeah, and so for Staci to get all upset about Judi not carrying the cake out of the club, I thought that was ridiculous. She told you in the club, when you asked Judi to carry the cake out, Judi said, I can't carry the cake, I'll drop it. Judi's like, I know I'm clumsy. I don't want to get that cake and drop it. Like, this is Tiara's cake. I don't want to drop it. Somebody else that I feel like is a little bit more stable than me, I want to carry it. So she got somebody else to carry it, and it was fine. But after it's carried outside, what Staci was bitching and moaning about, then she bitches and moans more because it wasn't Judi to do it. As far as I'm concerned, really, Staci, you have a big problem. Your problem is you want to boss Judi around like she's your child. You want a relationship with Judi where she does every single little thing you want her to do, and that's not okay. That's not a friendship. That's a dictatorship. And why should she be involved in that? Why should she want to be friends with you? You're not treating her like an equal. You're not treating her with respect. And if she doesn't do the things you want her to do, you completely dog her out and talk crap about her. So you're not a friend anyway. You're just not. And so that's one thing that I don't appreciate about Staci. Like, Staci, keep it real. If you don't want, if you never really was friends with Judi and all you was doing was just trying to help her out, let her know that, look, I was never really trying to be friends with you because I don't really see you as my equal, to be quite honest. But, you know what I mean? Just let her know. But the fact that you just kind of let her leading her on, it's just kind of like, why are you doing that? You wouldn't want that done to you. You wouldn't want somebody talking to you the way you talk to Judi. So I lost a little bit of admiration for Staci for what she did in this episode. Staci just really showing me that she's very fake. She's very fake. She puts up a big front, you know what I mean? And especially toward Judi. So I didn't like that. Especially not when Judi did her best to show Staci, look, I'm gonna do what I can. You know, yeah, she has a drinking problem, but I'm sure she's had that drinking problem for a very long time. But she tried to show you, Stassi, that she was here, you know, that she was going to try to make you happy. You know, she was going to try to, which is probably her issue. Because Judi, you don't need to make nobody happy but you. But maybe this is what Judi needed to learn that, you know? So yeah, nothing else really interesting happened in the show, to be honest. It was just, that's just kind of how everything went. Um, oh, I almost forgot to talk about it. Cheyenne. Cheyenne was in the limo and she was saying, I don't want to go to another black club. I don't want to see a bunch of black people and have guys that I don't want stare at my ass all night. Which was very racist. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say in your confessional. I don't care if anybody else wants to stick up for you. You are racist. Okay? You are racist. Alright? Because it's the way in which you said it that show everyone that you are racist. Okay? I understand some clubs you don't want to go to. I don't want to go to a club that plays country music or rock music. That's not the kind of music I like to dance to. So I can understand you not wanting to go to a hip hop club if that's not the kind of environment you like so much. If you don't really identify with the music. Okay, I can understand that. But for there to be African American people in the car and you to say, I want to go to the club with black people, and for you to say it in that way, you could have easily made them offended. And you know that. You could have easily offended them. That's like you sitting in a car full of men and they say, yeah, and women are messy and stupid and all. Of course, you're going to feel some kind of way about that, because it's like, if you're talking like that about women and I am a woman, how do you feel about me? How do you feel about me? I feel like you're judging me because you're judging them for being black. So I mean, why wouldn't you judge me for being black? I am black after all. So as far as I'm concerned, I really wasn't feeling Cheyenne for that. I'm like, Cheyenne, you're racist and you know it. I would respect you more, Cheyenne, if you would admit it. If you're racist and you say, yeah, I'm fucking racist. I don't like black people at all. I would respect that more than you acting as if you're not racist. I love these people. I'm just saying, I don't want to go. Really? Because if you loved them, you wouldn't judge them. Like, really? It doesn't make sense. Because you're racist. I mean, even the confessional further let me know that she was racist. She's in the confessional like, yeah, they're cool. They got good jokes. They're good dancer. Like, what are you going to do? Sit in the confessional and name like 12 different stereotypes? Really? If that's not prejudice, I don't know what is. So yeah, Cheyenne's definitely racist. She definitely needs to check that about herself. Because she just might run into the wrong person who really, really gets offended and really takes their anger out on her and kicks her ass. All right? I'm just saying, you better watch what you're saying. That's like me going into a place with all white people and saying, oh, I can't stand being around crackers. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, not crackers, but I'm just saying, just talking stupid. Oh, I don't like mayonnaise. Just, you know what I mean? They make good sandwiches, but you know what I mean? Just stupid stuff. So, yeah, that's my boyfriend calling me right now. I'm gonna pick up the phone. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye.